2, 3, 2, 1, go. Game over.
Two cutters through the middle. Artie up for three.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze come freeze up. Straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb big sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
Kia ora, namaste, talo falava, malo elele, bolo inaka, and welcome to Heritage Hockey Tournament 2023, the newest and most exciting hockey tournament on the national calendar. For those of you new to Heritage Hockey, it's the melting pot of pride, passion, flair, and skill, and we're bringing you all 16 games live and free thanks to Local Gecko Productions and the support from One Foundation. I'm Brad Pittman, and we'll be bringing you all the action this Easter weekend from the Waikato Hockey Centre here in Hamilton. And today's finals day, where we will see the ultimate battle of toughness and determination decide the tournament placings and who goes home with the coveted Winners' Trophy for 2023. I'm joined in commentary this morning by Pacifica men's player and local legend here in the Waikato, Stu Pitu. Stu, welcome. So good to have you here for today's game.
Awesome, thanks Brad. We've got another great Hamilton Waikato weather day. Slight bit of cloud cover, but conditions are pretty darn perfect for hockey today. So hopefully we see some good stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. And out on the turf there, we've got two previous winners of the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament in the New Zealand Māori side, taking on the New Zealand Indians. And look, we're in for an absolute belter of a game here today. The New Zealand Indian men have worked their way to today's final with wins over Pacifica and the junior Māori team. They looked at their absolute best on Saturday and will hope to replicate some of that form. Shea Iswa and Sergeant Patel have been two absolute guns on the attack for the Indian men, and I'm picking a goal somewhere between those two out there today. They're coached by Ketanhari and Hitendra Patel. Now, the Māori men are back in this year's final, and as defending champions have had huge expectations all weekend. They'll be hurting after yesterday's loss to your Pacifica boys, but that could make them all the more dangerous out here today. If I'm to predict a goal scorer for this side, hard to look past the drag-flicking exploits of Steve Atkinson and Denham Clark, but up the front it's got to be Mark Belkake. They're coached, of course, by Boss Edmonds, and the umpires for today's match are Amber Church and Anton Paulin. Out the teams come here. The other cool thing about this tournament, Stu, we're going to be treated to a haka from the New Zealand Māori side to kick off today's game. And a lovely shot there of the teams coming out to the middle of the field here. You mentioned earlier, beautiful day here in Hamilton, Kirikiriroa. putting it on for Heritage Hockey Finals Day.
Yeah, it'll be pretty rousing to see the Māori boys get into their haka here, and good to see what the Indians decide is their kind of response. But that'll get the crowd into it, and then hopefully we start with a bit of a hiss and a roar.
Yeah, and we expect nothing less. For those of you that joined us up in Colmar last year, I mean, Stu, you stood in front of it, a rousing haka, as you mentioned, from the Māori boys. Look, how tough is it to get up for a game of hockey after being presented with that?
Yeah, it definitely gets in your head. So you've got to have a plan before you line up. But we were lucky enough to have Sammy Hewitt lining up with us last year, so he gave us some choice words of encouragement on how to deal with it. So got us through the end.
Yeah, and looking to go back to back here are the Māori men, and trying to double up 1 and 3 here for the Indian side. Interestingly enough, the Indian side really good yesterday without the services of Jared Panch here. Be interesting to see how he might be used. He is out there at the for this first stage here on some minutes restrictions with his Black Sticks duty, but
yeah, he's not technically running at 100%, but Jared Panch still running it not 100% is still pretty good. So
yeah. We'll let you all at home enjoy the haka here from the Māori team. Good to see some of the junior boys out there to support as well. Here we are. What a start there to our men's final. It is the haka kamate performed by the New Zealand Māori men's side ahead of this final game out here, led by Tutirangi Rahuruhi with the Tino Rangatiratanga flag. And if that doesn't give you goosebumps, nothing will. And this is our men's final here. The New Zealand Indian men's side there in their white, taking on the Māori senior team in the black singlets. Stu, what a start.
Mate, that's a great way to start a game. Treated to a bit of a gun show there at the start as well from Toots. He's got some cannons working in there.
Yeah,
and cool to see the junior guys and some of the management and coaches getting in there involved as well. It's not just the guys in the field. It's a whole unit and a lot of work and effort goes into it. The guys in the field do the hockey. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So cool to see everyone out there getting stuck in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, we talk about more than just the 11 guys on the field. Look, big contingent there for the Māori camp, and you mentioned the gun show from Tutirangi. Yeah, he's been at the gym in build-up to Matatini earlier in this year, looking good for it too. But here we go, the final, it's underway. Indian men with first use of the ball. Kieran Chiba at the back, who's been so good for them in the absence of Nitish Suka. And Chiba there just throws one down the line. Vance Harvey, Denham Clark, and James Hickson at the back. Both teams looking back three. shape at the moment, looking to try and assert a bit of dominance perhaps in the midfield in the early exchanges. Lovely shape change there. Atkinson rolled out. Denham Clark's pushed Vance Harvey up the sideline. Dylan Thomas on the ball here. Good receive there by Hickson. He flips it over to Te Rangi Raharuhi. And they'll concede the free hit there, the Māori side. First little foray up the left attacking flank for them.
Yeah, look, we've got a turnover from the press.
Yeah, Taylor. Oh, he can't link up.
But look for it to be a little bit cagey in the first quarter. You know, the team's going to feel each other out and see how things go. It's been a bit of a common occurrence through the tournament that not too many goals have been scored in the first quarter, so look for teams to feel each other out, and if they can get one early, it'll be a good sign for either team. Yeah,
it looks like the Māori boys perhaps had 2 scoops of pre-workout this game. They've come out hot here. Love to see it. I think they'll be a little bit displeased with their performance yesterday, allowing the Pacifica side to get on top of them, and we'll want to start quick here against this Indian side who, you know, if you give them too much time and space, the Indians, deadly. Guys like that, Shea Iswa, who's run into the brick wall, that's Denham Clark. Mark Belkaki there just resetting through Dylan Thomas. Thomas shaping, Thomas, edge of the circle stuff. To Te Rangi Raharuhi, what a start! And we talk about the gun show. There he is.
Yeah, the gun show putting on a little bit of finesse there. That was really well worked forward through Dylan Thomas. Sneaky little back stick into the circle.
Yeah, check this replay. Is going to look nice from this angle. He just pulled this drag. 1-2. See you later. On the reverse. Tough pass to Master. To Te Rangi. One trap, one push.
That's precision, yeah.
Not a lot of space given there by Dylan Patel in goal, and he finds it to Te Rangi Raharuhi. Up 1-0. The Māori side, perhaps on the back of the Haka. They go ahead here in this men's final.
Yeah, the Indians are going to have to conjure something up to get a response because they can't keep playing from behind, and they're going to have to chance their arm a little bit here, but they've already got a circle entry.
Oh, yeah, Sarge Patel was just sniffing on the back post there. It's trapped in the end by Denham Clark. Had to be, because Sarge Patel probably one of the most dangerous players in the circle at this tournament.
Yeah, he's a sniper. If he gets the ball on a stick in the circle, good things normally happen, so the Māoris will definitely be trying to cover him as much as possible.
Yeah, and here is Clark and Atkinson. They've gone back into back 4 shape here. The Māori side. The Indian side just happy to slide at the moment. Here's James Hickson with a bit of front foot ball, but Devon Hari, Ishan Patel. They do well enough there, the Indian side.
Yeah, both teams sitting. Oh, it's a big turnover.
It is. Mark Belkaki is not who you want coming at you with the ball. Cleaned up there, Shea Iswa. He works so hard. Both ends of the field, Shea Iswa. Oh, McCuck's got a second one.
Got him back. They need to clean this up here, the Indians. Get possession.
Yeah, I'd just like to see them get a little free hit, win a couple, take a breath. There we go. It's, they've been rocked early here.
Yeah,
just like to see a bit of composure.
Yeah, they need to settle things down, get into their work, have some possession. Both the teams are sitting in what looks like a reasonably passive press, but we're getting some action from the Māori centre forward here.
Here's Milan Patel here, just working his way up the left. And forced the error too there out of the Indian side. There was half an overload there, but the Māori side slid well and covered it up pretty quickly. The free-man work there was pretty good for the Māori side.
Yeah, they're real comfortable in their press, and they've got 2 very good vocal leaders at the back, so they will be very organised while Fluffy and Denham have them moving.
Yeah, it's a nice pass there from Den to Ishan Patel. Ish, they're going to take on Dill Thomas. He cleans up well there. Back to Steve Atkinson. Vance Harvey there. Vance has been good this weekend. Stu, you'll be watching him with a bit of an eye on him.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to work with Vance in the coaching space the last few years, and he is, I tell you what, he's pretty electric when he gets on the ball, and he can be a real playmaker coming out of that attacking right half position.
Yeah, and I think that's been a real feature of the Multi-Sides game is they've got two guys at the back that are so strong in moving shape, Den Clark and Steve Atkinson, that they can throw Vance Harvey forward at a promoted right half, and man, he's a gun going forward. A little entry opportunity there. It was Rahul Maika there. Entry there for Devon Hari over the back line though.
Yeah, that's the area the Indians will just want to get more out of it, right? They're good with the sharp, tight skills in there. They want to try and work the PCs. They've had a very interesting, almost flickless corner bracket, but they've managed to score a few. They put a few past us, so even without a flicker, they can be pretty lethal at penalty corner time. Yeah,
it's something that's been really interesting over the weekend is the change-up shown in the penalty corner brackets. Usually we'd have, the Indian side would have Needish, and you guys would have Aiden, and the multi-team still have Denham and Steve, but with a couple of absences of flickers, we've seen some creativity out of the attacking bracket. I mean, the deflection of Saj Patel in your guys' game was something special. But even the upright hit, I think Prashant Patel had a couple of cracks at you guys with the upright from the corner, so exciting to see those variations.
Yeah, it was almost a bit of a lost skill, the straight hit, but
yeah,
the Indian boys have brought it back into some good effect.
On the ball across there, you have to tidy up. They work well though, the Indian side. Till Thomas there, it's cool and calm. And Amber Church there just showing us how she would drag the ball if she had the opportunity. Puts her skills on showcase at Māori tournament most years for Tairāwhiti. Anyway, out here in the yellow shirt, one of the best doing it.
Not just a whistleblower, it's pretty handy with the stick in hand as well.
Yeah. The crafty little touch there from Drew Heddle when he just about bought James Hickson an opportunity. Still Thomas looking, he set up the first one. He just opts to go back there to his New Zealand indoor teammate, Steve Atkinson. We've mentioned it a few times over the broadcast this weekend. New Zealand's return to the Indoor Hockey World Cup.
Yeah, the boys were off in South Africa earlier this year.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that indoor push has come from some of the local guys here. Rainer had a big lead in getting that off the ground.
Yeah, Rainer Vallinger was the coach for the men's team. He kind of got them sorted and got them over there, and got them playing some hockey on the hardwood. So the guys had a really good time, really good experience for them. And you can see some of the, in particular, the defensive skills showing up here on the turf.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's one close to the turf, Liam Williams. He's an absolute grafter for this Māori side. Looks to be swimming in his kit, but man, he does some work here for the Māori team. That's a lovely entry, Steve Atkinson. That's Saj Patel with his 11-foot reach. Taking on Mitch Murray. Here we go, Sargent. As I've said before, it's sirens when Sargent's charging. And here's Devon Hari onto the ball here. Kieran Chiba. Been really impressed with Chiba at the back for the Indian side. A number of times mentioned how cool and calm he is as he goes for a spell here. Only issue I have with Chiba going off the field is it brings Milan Patel to the back, and I'd love to see him get a little bit further up the field.
Yeah, he can be pretty dynamic on the ball when he gets forward. So
yeah, Mill's a really good midfielder. Fortunately, they've got one of the best in the country in Jared Panchia in there at the moment. His work with Kishan Nasai.
Yeah, they're not short on skillful players, but the pace is just a bit slow here from the Indians, which allows the Maldives to kind of take control of most things. If the guys in the white shirts are chasing too much, it just gets really tired. So
yeah, it's a feature of the game when they were able to have Denham Clark and Steve Atkinson. They just control so well at the back, and the way they work here with Billy Muskimen, who's got a ton of skill. We'll see it here on display, I'm sure. A little under drag, opens up the midfield. Jury Hedawini, they're just unable to pull that one in. Here's Jared Panchia. Panchia looking, Panchia, oh what a pass, just goes past the stick there of Jaden Gosha. Oh, look, if you don't know the name Jared Pancher either, A, you've been living under a rock, or B, you haven't been watching Heritage Hockey for the last couple of years. The man's a gun on the international scene, and he's here representing the New Zealand Indian side. Oh, that is Devon Hari just throws a stick at that, somehow gets it. Still working, Liam Williams on the baseline. And here is Jared Pancher, outlet through Ishan Patel. Matariki Bennett and Mitch Murray there just console the possession for the Māori side. Yeah, good defensive work too there from Kishan Nasai. It was a little touch in from Juri Hedawini. Here's Jared Pancher. Lovely triangles out of defence. Oh, Mark Belkaka's stolen it. Marky's got his eyes up, socks down.
Yeah, he was shooting that from about the minute he picked it up, I reckon. There's not a lot of point making a lead when he gets into that mode, and he just carried the ball a little bit behind his body, so got called for the obstruction, but here come the Indians on the other end.
Sargent. Yeah, it's the right call there by Amber Church. He just hasn't got quite that, got that one quite right there. Sarge Patel, a little back of the stick. Similar players, Sarge and Mark, if they get anywhere past that last straight line, they're only going to shoot.
Yeah.
And,
you know, when the hockey gods built goal scorers, they built those two in mind.
Yeah.
They're pretty lethal with the ball in the circle, so you've got to keep an eye on them when you're a defender.
Yeah, and then we go through Nick Parata. He's got a bit of pace, and he's got Billy Muskimen as well. Muskimen under a bit of pressure there. Back to Parata. Parata working on Kishan Nasai. Good tackle, and outside the circle, Stu, as we always teach young defenders.
Hey, that's where you lay it down.
Yep. And there's Billy Muskimen. Oof. Dice clinic. Oh, and lovely turn there. Kishan Nasai putting on his dancing shoes.
Oh, and then he skies one across the field, but you just saw some slick wobbles there from Billy Muskimen. Really good at moving the ball and his body in opposite directions, which makes it an absolute nightmare to try and figure out which way he's going. Look for him to launch himself into the attack from the outside half position as well.
Yeah, he's wrong-footed many a defender, as Billy Muskimen. Yeah. Nice cut across the field here. James Hickson and Vance Harvey now out the back. There's Atkinson and Clark have earned themselves a bit of a rest.
Yeah, this press is really, really defensive from the Indian guys here. They're sitting inside their own half.
Yeah.
Letting the Māoris move the ball around as they please. They're hoping to win a turnover and then it's counter-attacking to the space, but they're just not finding it yet. Here's one.
Shea Iswa, he is someone who can score at distance. Rolling it forward. Iswa, gets away from him there. Oh, and Felix McIntosh will just watch that one go over the baseline. Yeah, it's it's a signature of the Indian game, that counter-attack, but it's dangerous if you're going to press from your own 40-yard line all game against this Māori team who do have a lot of skill and a ball over distance.
Yeah, they're going to have to be a bit more aggressive sometimes, but you can clearly see when they sit in that deep half court, they're looking for a turnover, give their speedsters some space, let them play against a lower number of defenders and try and get a good counter-attack, because they can and they will go end-to-end very quickly.
Yeah, and you can see they're just a little bit higher press. That time works for them and they earn the free hit. It doesn't help though when you almost give it back, but they're still going here. DVD. Oof. The old school video store may have died, but DVD hasn't. He's out there now. Devon and Bicker for the Indian side. Once Harvey at the back. Harvey's got Hemi Hickson. Dylan Thomas wants it. Dylan Thomas is going to get it here. Matariki Bennett's going to have to stretch for one. And Brett Menezes pulls that one down. He's featured at all three tournaments now for the New Zealand Indian side, as have a number of these players out here. And quite a number on their second effort as well. Here we go through Milan Patel. Milan linking up with Menezes. And first timer here, Ranik Patel onto the ball. The big mistrap, purposeful mistrap, the trap door through to Bika. Here we go, Gosha, Jaden Gosha.
Yeah, that's that indoor defending skill from Vance Harvey there. Getting nice and low to the ground, solid base, but still being able to move his feet while his hands are on the ground. It's a pretty tough skill.
Yeah.
He's learned it pretty well through the indoor season.
It is, and I'm sure we'll get a view of it while he's defending in the circle too. Really good at it, Vance Harvey. It's just brought his defensive game to new levels. As we see Hayata Taylor linking up with Tuturangi Rahuruhi, the Wairiki teammates. And just snuffed out there in the end by Kishan Nasai. In fact, it was Prashant Patel down there doing the work. Look to see if they bring him in for the upright hit on the penalty corner. He's the exponent for this side, Prashant Patel. And here we go, ball transfer around the back. Oh, that's not what they expect the ball speed to be. A little miscue there from a skimmer, but no harm, no foul. And here's James Hickson. Lovely entry to Rahuruhi. Kieran Chiba. Yeah, wins a free hit to Chiba. Oh, Rahuruhi after the earlier goal. He gets his name a second mark on the score sheet, but not in the right column.
Yeah, he can go take a 2-minute rest.
Yeah, and with 20 seconds to go, that will also carry over to the second quarter here. 1-0 so far, the senior Māori side, and one opportunity roll of the dice. You're not going to get through Vance Harvey on the ground, I can promise you that.
They might have pulled the trigger a little bit early. He's got a few seconds to counter-attack, and that is a very tactical foul, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, we'll bring the whistles and hooter in at the end of the first quarter there. Yeah, some wily work there from Kieran Chiba on the counter of the New Zealand Māori side, but it's ticks in all the right boxes so far for the senior Māori side. They went up really early in the game, perhaps turned up by their introductory Haka, and they lead this men's final 1-0 over the New Zealand Indian side.
Yeah, definitely look for the game to speed up and get a little bit more open as we progress into the next quarter, but here's a look at the goal. Really good carry from Dylan Thomas. And a great finish right in the corner as well.
Yeah, really quick, one-touch receive, and it's on its way.
Yeah, not everything has to be big power. If you can aim it pretty well, getting things away quickly are tough for the keeper to react to. Yeah,
and that second angle of it just showed what he had to work with. The Indian side, most of their opportunity coming through the counter. The opportunistic look, haven't called a lot yet on Felix McIntosh in goal. And that one there very nearly linking up. It was closer than I thought to finding Shayaswa in the middle of the circle. But a crowd building down here at the Waikato Hockey Centre here in Hamilton. It's sun's out, guns out. Look at that. There's some of the Māori women's team up. They'll say they were watching the game. Looks like perhaps a bit of TikTok scrolling on the right there. Micah Ackroyd. Maybe watching the live stream to see the highlights there of that first quarter.
It's to catch the amazing commentary, isn't it, Brad?
That's it,
obviously.
And a packed house there. The seats filling up here at Waikato Hockey. What a sight to see. It's New Zealand Heritage Hockey Finals Day. The Heritage Hockey Tournament brought to you thanks to One Foundation and the support from Just Hockey. Look, coming up in 3 quarters time, of course, is our women's final, not to be missed. And the day will finish with a big prize giving, including the tournament MVPs, the tournament team, and of course our crowning of the champions from today's 2 finals. And look, there's a long way to go before we crown this one, and it's the Indian side with first use of the ball, Ranik Patel. The Māori side with the advantage on the scoreboard 1-0, but it's a nice little start here from the Indian side.
It's a good tackle.
Yeah, great tackle, Timon Iverson. He'll let Mark Belkake roll forward. He's got Hayata Taylor streaming with him, but that ball from Dylan Thomas isn't going to get through Kishan Nasai. Well worked out there. Stu, a move that you quite like to use, the body shield.
Yeah, get the body in front. The pace isn't there anymore, so you've got to use what you got. And I've got a bit more body than I used to, so...
Oh, look at Sarge. He's taken that one from 10 yards inside his own half, won a free hit, continued on with it, and very nearly created an opportunity here. Oh, Hi to Taylor swatting at flies.
He's never going to die wondering his hi to Taylor. He will go at everything, and sometimes he'll get it, and sometimes he won't.
Yeah. A real tough player to get past. And even if you do, he's coming back for a couple more goes.
Yeah. There's no real getting past him. You might get in front, but you're not past.
See, nice transfer there from the Indian side. They're shaped pretty well to transfer the ball. We'll see what comes of the foray. Yeah, they'll win at least a sideline hit.
Yeah, if they can pick the ball speed up here, they've got some space on the right.
Yeah, Taylor's going to have to be wary. Panchia didn't really like what he saw. Milan Patel. Nice little period here for the Indian side. This Māori team need to press out here. You can't let Jared Panchia pick passes. Kishan Nasai. And now they're back to the full complement here. The Māori side is Raharuhi comes running onto the field. And, no scoreboard change through the 2-minute suspension of Raharuhi.
Good patient build up here. They need to try and find something forward, but there's not a lot of holes in this defense, so being patient is sometimes the best option, and then you've got to pick your chance when to go, and when you do go, you've got to put the foot to the floor and see what you can make of it.
Yeah, I've been impressed on the early stages of today's game with how well this Māori side stayed connected in their slide. It's not easy when the ball keeps moving side to side, but they cover up most things here. And we see the Indian side with no real way through. Chiba working there. We get the free hit too, Chiba. Untidy there, but Denham Clark will win the relieving 16-yard hit. And yeah, good defensive look there from the Māori side.
Yeah, it's going to take probably a bit of individual brilliance here to break down this Māori's defence. Maybe something crafty, a good link up, a good one too. But when they get the numbers back, it's pretty tough to break through. So you have to try and find a hole or win a free hit or win some 1v1s to try and get yourselves a decent circle entry.
Yeah, the real opportunity I see from this Indian side is the turnover and quick play.
Yeah, big counter-attack team, very, very good at it. So they're going to sit deep sometimes and play for that counter-attack, but they've had a good spell of attacking possession here. Yeah,
Rani Patel working there. Hemi Hickson cleans up and pops it through to Jared Panchia.
They'll recycle.
Yeah, Milan Patel. Oh, I like that.
There we
That's
go.
The pass.
That's something they can create.
Menezes, baseline, Patel, Sargent. Oh,
good reactions from...
Yeah, Felix McIntosh had to get something on that. I think it was just creeping over his shoulder there. Quick hands from McIntosh.
Yeah, but better attack from the Indians. They found a good, long, quick skip pass, and then things will open up. So
yeah, it was a lovely ball from Milan Patel. That just cut across 3 Indian players, but also 3 Māori players to find Brett Menezes on that left side. And that's the creativity we're going to need to see from this Indian side in their shaping.
Yeah, they're building some good pressure here as well, so they stick at it, be patient, wait for your opportunity, things will happen.
Yeah, and the one thing it does do too is it's going to tire the legs out of this Māori side, keep them defending, keep them working and sliding. You can see Mitch Murray having to do a lot of work. Haka Taylor, Taiman Iverson in the middle of the field. That can't be fun out in this heat, Stu. I think you'll be glad you had the 8 o'clock game.
Yeah, the 8 o'clock game was actually pretty nice. The sun was up by the time we were playing, so it was already getting warm then. But yeah, and it's day 4 of 4. They're a pretty fit side, these Māori boys, but everyone's going to be hurting a little bit. It's who can play through the pain and keep moving.
Yeah, the Indian side doing a good job of just holding possession here, not forcing anything that's not on. Like we said, make the Māori side work. And as I say that's probably the commentator's curse there. He's just throwing it into Dill Thomas. And the reliever's not going to come here for Denham Clark. Panchia's dangerous. Oh, Panchia off the wrong foot, just gets one going goalward. The hand of Felix McIntosh says no. And here's a counter. Mark Balkake. And the sideline hit is for Mark Balkake. Oh, Shayaswa. That's a magical trap there. and they'll win the hit too. I don't know if we saw on the screen there, but as Mark Valkaki took off, Haida Taylor actually bailed off for a sub, and he was a support player.
Yeah, he was running into a 1v3, but with Mark Haki, those odds are not actually that bad.
Yeah, I've seen him do better with worse. Marky Mark. As Billy Muskimin takes that one quickly, but not the option there for Muskimin. And the Indian side here will just move forward on the ball. Devin Hari as Milan Patel. Ranik Patel touch pass, linking up. Brett Menezes can't pull that one in.
Just out of his reach.
Here's Hemi Hickson onto the ball, goes upright. That's your pitching wedge, mate. Not the right club there for James Hickson.
Yeah, he had the old backwards overhead yesterday as well, so just a bit of skill work to be done there at training.
Yeah, he throws up a couple of interesting numbers, does James Hickson. But look, when it goes right, man, he's dangerous coming out of the back end for this Māori side. Devin Hari here on the ball. Here we go, Nick Parata putting a bit of pressure on. Identified the opportunity there. Lovely work from Parata. Oh, he does really well. Ranik Patel, first to it though, is Denham Clark, James Hickson, Liam Williams. That's a overhead that's not going to pay off for them. Lovely turn. Devin Hari. Here's Devin and Bicker.
Oh, good receive. Is he going to be able to pull it in?
Ishan Patel. Oh, very nearly there for Ishan, under the watchful eye of James Hickson. Atkinson and Clark back on in the middle for the Māori side. Good to see they were able to get a bit of a rest in that first passage. And here goes Parata. Parata rolls it ahead of Matariki Bennett. Bennett looking. Hickson. Hemi Hickson. Does well. Ran out a bit of space, but just turns it around. Matariki Bennett still working. Bennett's got the entry. And Chiba's got the tackle. Equal to most things out there, Kieran Chiba. Mitch Murray goes route one. Hit Iverson. Jury Hedawini.
That's a great reaction. It was a pretty darn good save by the keeper, but the response for that leaping overhand smash.
Yeah, and look, two stalwarts of the New Zealand Māori hockey program are on the board now. It's Tuturangi Rahuruhi and Jury Hedawini. Lovely little entry here. Well, this first up shot from Heda Iverson was good, but that finish is better. Jury Hedawini in the turf he's so accustomed to playing at over the last number of years. He knows where the goal is, and he's doubled the lead here for the Māori side, Jury Hedawini.
Yeah, last time I saw an overhand smash that good was watching Wimbledon, so some good skill.
Shayaswa, that one's going to beat Menezes again. Fantastic first two quarters for the Māori team. The favourites coming into this weekend's tournament, defending champions, showing their stuff so far in this men's final. Yeah,
and that goal came after a solid period of Indian dominance, to be honest. They had all the possession, they had all the attacking territory, and then the Māoris were able to put together, two attacking passages and get the reward from it. So it's going to be tough for the Indians to get back into this one. They're going to have to chance their arm, sending some pill forward, maybe getting aggressive in their press, but they've got a 2-goal deficit to chase now.
Yeah, and Stu, you will have noticed across the weekend, look, it's really come down to which team can capitalise on opportunities. And we've seen swings from teams where they go from one day getting everything to one day just it not going right, and how different the performances can look because of it.
Yeah, and it can happen from quarter to quarter as well. Because the teams don't play together so often, it's good to see a bunch of guys that have played here for a number of tournaments, but you've always got some guys that are brand new to the team. Just the consistency is hard to find.
Yeah, and that's where some of these big game players really step up. Braharuhi, Hedawini, guys that have played in finals before. Just those little finishing touches perhaps missing at this point for the Indian side. Look, not that they have any lack of finishes in Shayaswar, Saj Patel, but it's just those final touches there. And as you mentioned, a period of attack for the Indian side. Nothing on the scoreboard to show for it, and their Māori side go the other way and double their lead. So, yep, the mountain gets harder to climb for this Indian team.
Yeah, 2 goals is definitely not out of it though. You can pick them up pretty quickly in the game of field hockey these days, and the Indian guys especially, they get 2 good counter-attacks and they can close this deficit right down straight away.
Yeah, and we've still got about 40 minutes to go in the game too. There's a lot of hockey left in this one. Billy Muskimin showing a bit of those skills we mentioned earlier. Inside, one hand, inside again. Still going.
Oh, he's silky smooth as Billy Muskimin. He's made out of Teflon, that boy.
Yeah, absolutely. And from right half, he'd found himself all the way up, very near the penalty spot. I think unfortunate for him, he's found the back of one of his own players' boots there. And the free hit now to Chiba. Oh, how's that cut out? Ishan Patel.
They've got a 3v3 up front if they can turn this.
Oh, Iswa. And Bennett wears off a good couple of tackles. I'd say we might see a green bit of plastic come out in a few seconds on the next free hit. There. Amber Church, she's happy with it.
Yeah, he's going to get away with it. That's good. Just walk away.
Yep.
Nothing there, ref. We'll keep playing.
Yeah, here's great pickup.
Oh,
Matariki Bennett and the reverse skill. Still going, Bennett. Inside turn. Reverse stick pass to Jury Hedawini. Another couple of Waiariki teammates there linking up for the black team.
Yeah, that's a bit more of the exciting flair that we have come accustomed to watching from the Māoris. They've been very, very disciplined to start this game, but the flair is there and they are ready to unleash it at any moment.
And again, Chiba just looking to pick out some long passes. This Māori side going to have to be switched on to that. They've got a pretty good defensive unit, but Chiba just looking to pick holes at the moment.
Yeah, he's sent a couple of tracer bullets through. It's only a matter of time before one of them finds the target and causes some trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Vance Harvey. Matariki Bennett. Bennett has Williams. Williams has Atkinson. Oh, it's a heavy hands.
Heavy first touch, but they're still under pressure here.
There it is. There's the steal. Atkinson.
The steal back.
Oh, lovely out. Mitch Murray. Murray wins the free hit. Mitch Murray. And here is Billy Muskimin. Nice entry. Raharuhi. So cool and calm. Rolls it onto the foot there of Kieran Chiba.
Yeah, really well worked there. Attack from the Māori team. Win a free hit on the edge of the circle. Shift it really quickly across the field. Into the baseline, onto a foot. Yeah, winning that free hit and shifting it across the field really quickly. Just tough for the defense to slide at the same speed as the ball is moving. Yeah,
and I've got to lament the experience play there from Tuturangi Raharuhi. I think if that's just a pool game, he tries to shoot.
Yeah.
Finals, he knows, on the foot.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity here because, look, I mentioned earlier, he's not on the field at the moment, Denham Clark, but Steve Atkinson, a rifle of his own. Vance Harvey set up on the second bracket. And it's Atkinson.
Oh, that is a good save.
Yeah. Low into the corner. Dil Patel just gets the big right boot out to it. I mentioned Atkinson and Harvey at the bracket. Harvey just there for cosmetics.
Yeah, that's a bit of a dummy call having him in on the bracket.
Yeah. And equal to it there was Dil Patel in goal, and good defence there from Chiba. That one is Sachin Chiba. Yeah, and Amber Church just making sure they get things going in the right area of the field. And out to Matariki Bennett. Bennett looking, Bennett searching.
Oh, it's really well cleaned up at the back.
Kieran Chiba putting on a showcase of defensive work there. Devin Hari there with him. Hari. And they're going to get out here, Sachin Chiba.
Still plenty of numbers for the Māoris defence, but if they can switch this across the field to here.
Oh, yeah. DVD, Bika. Numbers streaming forward for the Indian side. Iswa's one of them. Gosha's another. He just took too long there and allowed Steve Atkinson to get into defensive shape. Where they've found some reward is it's got to go quickly for the Indian side. That one's not going to work for them. Jury Hedawini. Smile on his face as always.
Yeah, the smiling assassin is Drew Hedawini.
Yeah. Oh, nice pass. High to Taylor. Taylor back to Hedawini.
Whoa, he'll want that one back. I reckon he's decided to shoot that just before he's trapped it.
Yeah.
And
forgotten to trap it.
Yeah, hasn't done the first job first.
Yeah.
Your eyes light up when you're on the edge of the D and getting those free passes.
Yeah, and what could have been a third goal right before half time. Unfortunately there for the Māori side, nothing coming, but 2-0 so far. It's half time here between the Māori senior team and the Indian men. It is our Heritage Hockey gold medal match, the grand final, out here coming to you live from the Waikato Hockey Centre in Hamilton, and both teams will go in for a well-earned rest, and B, I'm sure some tips and tricks with what's happening in the second half. Have a look at some of these highlights. This is the first goal. Oh, yeah. You young kids watching, the entry pass, the trap and push it goal. It's everything you want to see from an attacking play.
Yeah, that first touch, setting it up for him to do what he liked with the second is really important.
Saj Patel just not given enough space yet to show his goal-scoring prowess.
Nah, look, he'll be highlighted in the team talk for the Māoris boys as someone to keep an eye on. So don't be surprised to see him getting a lot of double teams, even triple teams, to try and keep him off the goal scorer sheet.
Yeah, and it's something the junior Māori side did really well yesterday in the match, sending numbers at Saj Patel. As you know, Stu, once you get your head down, it does become hard to take the right option. This option, though, a good one from Jury Hedawini. Finger in the air, he knows it, he loves it. And then, yeah, another couple of opportunities. This is a smart play there by Tuturangi Raharuhi. Check out this nice save there by Dil Patel. Makes it look really easy. It's not an easy save.
It's not.
There.
That ball is coming at a good speed, and the flickers can chuck a little bit of deviation on it as well.
Yeah, and to keep the leg facing forward, to use the full frontage of that leg guard. Again, not an easy skill, especially as it's seen there in the footage, as we see a beautiful day here at the Waikato Hockey Centre. Hamilton turning it on for finals day. After the rain we had overnight and the rolling thunder, Stu, we've been treated here.
Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep due to the rain last night, but we've woken up to a beautiful day. It's probably an SPF 50 day, I'd say, out there at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing off the hole in the ozone.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And turf needing a lot of water as the day draws on. Stu, what do you think the talk's going to be in the Indian camp? They're behind on the scoreboard. Now 35 minutes to throw everything they've got. What do you think they're talking about?
Well, Keaton Hari will definitely have a plan for them. He's really good at making adjustments. He made a very good adjustment against us when we were playing them, and they came out firing pretty hard in the second half. So they've got to increase the speed. They've got to throw something at these Māoris guys that makes them uncomfortable. They're playing the strength in numbers defense. They're getting everyone back behind the ball, and it's really tough to break down. So something has to happen. The ball's got to move quickly, and then you've got to have some individual skill in there as well to try and break down that low block defense. Yeah,
that's it. At the moment, the Māori side's so set in their shape that you can't just bash through them. It's going to take a little elimination, a 1-2, maybe a fortunate bounce. For the Indian side to pounce on if they're to break through this Māori defence. And what about the Māori boys? What are they talking about? They've got the lead. They've got one hand on the trophy as it sits. What do you think their conversation was looking like?
Yeah, I think it's status quo for them. Just got to be aware of any changes that might be thrown at them from the Indians team, but status quo, keep your defensive unit nice and intact, keep communicating, and then pick up their chances going forward when you can.
Yeah, and they've looked really good when they've held possession. They've got good ball distributors around the back, not only Atkinson and Clark, but even James Hickson, Vance Harvey, Matariki Bennett have all shown their ability to throw the ball. Billy Muskimin as well, another one of those players. So when they've built up possession, they've looked really good. And a man that can do damage to a scoreboard, Mark Balkake, he's walking onto the field, perhaps stretching out that reverse stick of his. And look, if they can get an opportunity going forward with him in some space, they'll be dangerous.
Yeah, he's got a cannon of a reverse on him, and our PI boys got to see it firsthand yesterday. Not that I think I saw it. I think I saw him at the ball, and then I was picking it out of the net. So if they can get him the ball in the circle, good things will happen.
Yeah, and as the teams come back out here now, as mentioned earlier, it's a growing crowd. Good showing from the Indian community. A lot of them making the trip down the expressway, the new expressway, down to Hamilton. It goes all the way through now. They will have jumped on Highway 1 and are here today. But equally big Māori crowd as well. So expect things to just turn up a little bit in this third quarter, especially if the Indian side can find the breakthrough.
Yeah, definitely look for things to happen here. It's going to go either way, right? The Indians have to throw something at it, and then the Māoris might get some chances when the Indians are rolling the dice.
Yeah, and that's what makes an exciting final. Hemi Hickson showing his drag length.
That's about a 4 metre right to left. It's pretty tough defensive work in there if you want to keep up with them.
Yeah, and out to one hand too. Shades of Simon Child, who does a similar looking thing. I'm sure that's the biggest compliment James Hickson's ever had from me. But looking good out there. Yeah, this Indian side again just happy to sit in their shape. They're looking for a turnover, and then their running gun is some of the best in the comp. But lovely entry, Timon Iverson. Iverson just finds the stick there. I think it was Devon Mbika on the defensive effort. Probably didn't need to take his stick off the ball there, as we saw from Tutarangi Rahuruhi earlier in the game. Just trap it goalward. Yeah,
trap it, get it goalward, or keep your stick on it and win a free hit. They've got a pretty dangerous penalty corner bracket, the Māoris team, so PCs will be valuable for them.
Here we go, Sargent turning, Sargent inside out. He uses the opposition's feet like the rebound boards that you train with. He just throws it off, gets it back, 1-2s himself with the defender's feet there.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder whether that's a hockey stick in his hands or whether it's a magic wand, because he puts a spell on some defenders and it's tough to deal with.
Yeah, Sarge Patel scoring one of the all-time goals in last year's Heritage Hockey Tournament. Jared Panchia there just unable to work that one for the Indian side, and here's Vance Harvey onto the ball. Too much space in the middle of the field. If the Indian side are going to full press up like that, they can't allow the pocket right in behind their front group.
Yeah, and Dylan Thomas is such a well-controlled midfielder to throw that ball to.
Oh, big overlap. Mitch Murray finds James Hickson, the Tamaki teammates. Throws a little 3D. How you doing? And back down to, you're not going to get through there. Brett Menez is. Ishan Patel. We've got a long way to go here at the Indian side, but a free hit will help.
Yeah, I just wonder if the fatigue is creeping in here. They're trying their best to get numbers forward, but it's just the speed of the runners going forward on day 4, having already played 3 games in a row. They're going to need to find some energy.
Yeah, and where's that going to come from here for the Indian side? Ball up to Shea Iswa, beats him over the back line. He's been exceptionally strong, Iswa, on his return to the Indian men's side this year. Missed last Heritage Tournament through injury. It's good to have him back. Here we go, the build-up. Chiba. Aranik Patel. Patel's got Panchia. And I'm sure if you asked Aranik Patel 12 months ago if he thought he was going to be playing a tournament with a black stick out here, he would have laughed at you, but here he is, young Aranik Patel. Oh, entry here. Iswa working. Vance Harvey comes in to make sure of that one. Yeah, good to see some of these young players getting an opportunity here for the Indian side. Jaden Gosha, another one of the young players out here. And Ranik Patel, as I mentioned, as well. A nice pass. Denham Clark's up the field. Oh, CSI, someone called CSI. There's a crime scene out there. James Hickson's just run away from it. Yikes, I think he's probably dribbled that with one of or two of his feet on the way through the middle of the field there.
Yeah, there was half of the players stopped for what they thought was a free hit, but no whistle came, and you got to play to the whistle.
That's it. The heads-up players do. Denham Clark wins the penalty corner. Fortunately for him, the shot wasn't on offer, because I've never seen a player with more stage fright than Denham Clark. But he gets the penalty corner, and that might be his opportunity here. He wasn't on for the last penalty corner, and here he steps up. And they've got both him and Atkinson on the field, so danger signs here. Now, the Indian side will have seen firsthand Denham Clark's exploits. His penalty corner earlier in the weekend hit the roof after Dil Patel's glove couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, and, I'm picking this to go to Denham here, and I'm picking him to flick it stick side to the keeper. That's where he scored last time they played.
Yeah. Second, Clark. Oh, good save. Oh,
that was going to the moon if he'd connected on it.
I'm glad we weren't on the commentary cam there. That's, Marky Mark.
We've both gotten out of our seats.
Mark Belkake.
The man in the camera up the tower, he was probably a few pounds lighter after seeing that one flash.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Miller up the tower there. Juice, that's not something I want to stare down the barrel of. Mark Belkake was hands together, full wind-up. Here come the Indian side. Jared Panchia still going. Panchia showing off his stick skill, but Mitch Murray. Great show of defence there. Timon Iverson working out. Iverson trying to link up. Oh, that's lovely. Vance Harvey. He's got a couple of players in motion ahead of them. One of them, Stephen Atkinson, still going. Vance Harvey. Harvey inside pull. Shea Iswa disrupts that, but still going. Yeah, Harvey. Oh, and we can sit back down and take our breath after that one, Stu. Look.
That was pretty exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
Decent flick from Denham. Obviously didn't get it wide as he wanted. And a good save from the Indian goalkeeper.
Yeah, good glove save, Dil Patel. But here's the Indian side. Just going to fall here for Hickson. Hickson, really smooth work there. Too high to Taylor. Taylor hops back through Clark and Harvey.
Yeah, you've just got to give this Māori's outlet in midfield particularly kudos here, because there's been no mistakes for the Indians to capitalise on.
Yep.
We know what they're trying to do. They're trying to sit back a little bit, apply some passive pressure and pick up on some bobbles or a missed pass, but it just hasn't been coming. Everything's been slick and smooth and on the ground, stick to stick for the Māoris here. It's really tough. Oh, and that challenge was rather agricultural.
Yeah, Sachin Chiba, he's only heading one direction after that one.
He's a little bit out of his weight class there as well.
That's it. Vance Harvey, I mean, not the biggest guy on the planet, but certainly bigger than Sachin Chiba. And player up now, the advantage for the Māori side, and Steve Atkinson spies a gap through Matariki Bennett. Oh, Dice Clinic. Oh, he's just overrun it. Good defensive work there, though, from the Indian side, and with a player down, and they're going to work their way up the field. Ranik Patel comes onto the ball here. Jared Panchia transfer across to Prashant Patel. And Jaden Gosha can't pull that one in. You hear the cries almost instantly back out to the half court that they've been using, and especially, of course, without the extra player.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Māori team wants to do here, because they are a man up, but they've been playing a very patient style. Are they going to try and go forward with a man advantage, or are they going to keep it kind of under wraps?
Yeah,
they've decided to go forward quickly here, and they might create something.
Taylor still working. Mitch Murray. Chiba can't get that one out clean, and it's a penalty corner. Mitch Murray does really well up the baseline there for the Māori side. Header Iverson there having a little chuckle with Amber Church. I think they were just comparing bicep size, and he was down by 1 there. Haka Taylor working.
Really good from Haka there.
That's the commitment you always see from Taylor. Mitch Murray here. It just wasn't clean there for Chiba. And another opportunity here, potentially through the penalty corner.
Yeah, full battery. Denham Clark and Steve Atkinson are both ready to go.
Yeah, I'm picking first bracket Atkinson here. It is Atkinson.
Oh, good, strong save that one, clearing it over the sideline.
Yeah, pretty regulation save in the end there for Dil Patel. Just got up in front of his chest, and a pretty easy bat in the end for him. Yeah, now I'm not saying I doubt the trapping exploits of Hirawini Iverson on the bracket, but something tells me that one was going to Steve Atkinson and not Denham Clark. There, as we see ball back out for Matariki Bennett. The Indian side back up to the full complement here. And here is Hirawini Iverson.
Good turn.
He's going to win the free hit. It also looks like he may have got some new shoes, thankfully, because he was put himself on ice skates a couple of times earlier in the weekend. Here comes the man off the card, Sachin Chiba. And forward they go here. The Indian side, Jared Panchia has looked dangerous, but Mark Belkake, pretty easy looking steal for him.
Yeah.
Murray links up with Williams.
Oh, it's
Last line stuff there, Prashant Patel.
It's sometimes worth the specky every now and then, you know, throw in there, see what happens, but the defence were up to that one.
Yeah. And if there's one person I want to be throwing a specky at, it's Mark Belkake. He was there just waiting, licking his lips at that one. It doesn't get through to him this time, and Jaden Gosh is going to have to work out here. He does well. Kishan Nasai. Nasai rolls it forward. Denham Clark showing his thoroughbred running style there.
Oh, he's deceptively quick for a big guy, and I tell you what, he covers a lot of ground too. Does Denham Clark?
Yeah, he gets up and down the park pretty well. Great turn,
Yeah.
Billy Muskimin. And high to Taylor. Wins the free hit, still going Taylor. Through the legs, perhaps on accident. Liam Williams hunting on that one. Man, that's two little pit bull terriers there, Liam Williams and Haka Taylor. Tough take on. Oh, nice. Little reverse 3D one from Atkinson. Finds Muskimin, and he just rolls out there. Clark, Bennett. Bennett has Iverson. Iverson has some skill and some speed. Let's see what he goes with. Speed's on the cards. And the skill too. Still going, header. That one's still in play off the boot there of Dil Patel. It all went slow motion for a short second there in the Indian circle.
Yeah, everyone was waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. It's we'll just have a look at that one. Hit Iverson here, one-handed. Turn. Thanks for coming. And this one here, I think everyone thought it was rolling out, and it just stayed in off the boot. We get back to action here. James Hickson on the field with the ball for the Māori side. This Indian side back out into their half shape at the moment. Good little diving save there by Rahul Naika.
Yeah, good of the lads on the sideline to be aware. Hockey balls can come up off the turf pretty easily.
Yeah, the Tui Catch a Million team were looking to be here this weekend, but didn't have the budget for it. There's Hemi Hickson. And that's Jared Panchia. He's wearing a different colour shirt to you, James, and he's now coming forward with the ball. This is an opportunity. Sarge Patel shaping, sizing him up, still going, Sarge.
Well, Dylan's done pretty well to get a stick to that.
Yep.
That looked from this angle to be a foot, but umpire's right in front, and it's clearly gotten a stick on it.
Yeah, and isn't it a testament to the ability of Sergeant Patel that I just instantly think it's an opportunity as soon as he gets
As soon
it?
as he gets it, yeah. Well, that's how it works when he's on the ball. 50-50 chances upgraded to 60-40 straight away.
Yeah, Sergeant Chiba here working. He's got pretty tough customers to beat. One of them's Hedwini Iverson.
Oh, perhaps a receive there instead of a deflection would have been the better option. But these are the things that they're going to have to start coming off for the Indians.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, something you will have seen a couple of times. That left pocket for the Indian side, they love a little crash in from there. A couple against your side earlier in the weekend came off for them.
Yeah, they're good at getting on the end of stuff.
Oh, Mark Balkake. Holy. Mark putting in the legwork.
Yeah, that's a new one for him as well. He's actually running back to help the defense.
Is he what? Mark.
Oh, the old let it go.
Yeah, and he'll say he knew the whole time. Hit Iverson, hit a winner there in the middle of the field. Cool as he likes. Yeah, love to see that work rate from Mark Balkake. And he's since gone off for a break. Deserves it after that running.
Yeah, he's done a good 50-yard shuttle each way there.
And here's Clark. Indians up a little bit higher this time. Good to see. And I want to see them close that gap in behind.
Yeah, and that's it. That's what they're looking for, right?
Yep.
They're looking to get someone in front of these outletters, put them under some pressure, and win the ball that goes forward.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're after. Sarge Patel will stand on the spot and take his free hit. In fact, it will go back there for Prashant Patel, and they're away now. Milan Patel. Strong contest there, Timon Iverson. He's done really well. He's left his shin pad behind as well. Still going, Timon Iverson, trying to find anybody to help. And that's a good one to find. Dill Thomas, Billy Muskimin. And they roll all the way back out. Hickson.
Reach.
Amy Hickson does well. And that one's going to fall fortuitously for them there. He just breaks down on the entry. Perhaps had run out a little bit of gas after the chase there, James Hickson.
Yeah, things just starting to open up a little bit here as the fatigue sets in. It's pretty hard to do all the defensive running you need to do the whole game, and then some small skill errors as well.
Oh, Milan Patel does so well to keep that one in.
Oh, there's a long ball here through the midfield.
Yep, Sergeant Patel, pick up. Cool as you like. Sarge Patel wears off two of the quicker players in this multi-side. Denham Clark was never even close.
Oh, and he gets a green lollipop for his efforts.
Yeah. And big 30 seconds here for the multi-side. Up 2-0 at the moment. Indians 1-2 bat. First one saved, second one swung at, third one's in the air. Still there. And they finally do work it out through the overhead underhead there of Tutirangi Raharuhi. Hemi Hickson goes for the front roll attempt to tackle. And that one's going to spell the end of our third quarter. Wow, very nearly an opportunity late there for the Indian side after the green card to Denham Clark. But no change to our halftime score. 2-0, the senior multi-side still in command of this game over the New Zealand Indians. But Stu, the Indian side are starting to find just a couple little opportunities coming their way in that quarter.
Yeah, 2 goals are still definitely not unsurmountable at this stage, and the game is going to open up as guys get tired, some basic skill errors come in, and they're going to get their chances, but they're going to have to be clinical when they get them.
Yeah, that little opportunity there to Timon Iverson. They had a couple of penalty corners. This one saved, and whoa, holy. That one there. I don't know if the Major League Baseball playoffs are on right now or what's going on, but look, if Shohei Ohtani doesn't give Mark Balkake a ring, something's wrong. Yeesh. And then another opportunity here. This one was Atkinson. Yeah, we can see great vision of that one, just straight down the line.
Straight down the line, yeah. He's
Too
got to
easy.
get that a bit more outside.
Yep, for Dill Patel. Then Williams with a little speculator through to Marky Mark. This is Hedwini Iverson's bit of skill.
Move here.
Inside, outside, baseline. keeps it in play. And yeah, that one there.
Yeah,
it's a funny one.
Everyone expected it to go over the baseline.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And then it's a bit of a lolly scramble.
And you're right there. You mentioned it earlier. Does so well to A, get outside the circle, but B, all stick.
Get a stick down, yeah. He's had a really good solid week in the midfield for the Maldives, has Dylan Thomas, who's really impressed me. Just his composure and strength on the ball. You can chuck anything into him and he'll take care of it. So real good solid rock in the middle for them.
And this one here, right on the sound of the hooter. The deflection saved by Felix McIntosh. Very nearly a third opportunity there as we see some of the whānau getting together. That's the Phillips whānau, that's the Pacifica
There's
boys.
The PI boys.
Yeah.
The Carver Bowl will be out at some stage this afternoon, I'm sure of it.
Hard to believe that Adrian Smith and Jan Peterson still have their eyes open after the early start for the boys this morning. Probably about time for their midday nap, I think.
We'll get a nap in after the game, I reckon.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to close your eyes watching this one. Here's Atkinson. Looked for the overhead, but opted for Mitch Murray. Remember the Māori side downer player still with the card to Denham Clark.
Have a look for the red armband of the captain, Shea Iswa. I know he's dealing with a bit of an injury at the moment, has not been on the field as often as he would like to if he was 100%. But he's gotten himself to the fourth quarter and he's out there now. He's going to be one of the sparks for this Indians team. They need to get him the ball, get him in some space and see what he can create for them because he's a very sharp and dangerous attacker when he gets on the ball.
Yeah, and here's Vance Harvey. Harvey looking. Harvey has Iverson. And they don't quite get that one right there coming out of their own end. So the Indian side with an opportunity here. Still a player up. Jaden Gosha.
Well read.
Yeah, Mitch Murray. One of the cooler customers going around this weekend's tournament. Makes it look easy.
Yeah. Movie star Mitch with his pretty tidy facial hair.
Yeah. Running the Jake Long look from American Dragon. And the foot race down into the corner. The ball beats them all. And long corner here for the Māori team. Back to full complement now too, with Denham Clark back on the field. Yeah, that's an often forgotten little rule there that everyone has to still be 5. Oh, what a pick up, Vance Harvey. And a tackle, DVD, Bicker. Yeah, everyone's got to be 5 on that long corner.
Yeah, not a lot of people actually know that rule. The attacking team, even if it's a drop pass, have to be back 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, who better here than to know all of those rules than Amber Church. I've been so lucky to have her here over the weekend, and not many people are going to ever get one past Amber. Milan Patel snuffed out there by Marky Mark. And it comes back out to Milan. In fact, it's Prashant Patel. There's an entry, possibly falls there for them. Still going up the baseline. And again, Dill Thomas does so well. And the runaway train is James Hickson. He earns the free hit. And they'll all trot their way forward here. High to Taylor, Tuturangi Rahiruhi, Mark Balkake, the front line for the Māori team.
Yeah, high press now. They're going to put some pressure on.
You can just see Iswa running with a bit of a limp in his step. Here's Harvey taking on Becker. Harvey just lulling him to sleep here at the moment. He'll put something on shortly. There's the skill. And there he goes. Vance Harvey, and give away the free hit though.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get his quick hands out there a bit more. He's got a good set of mitts when he wants to move the ball from side to side.
Yeah.
Throw some skill on it.
Yeah, now this Māori side putting a lot of pressure on the midfield there of Kesha Nasai. Timon Iverson just showing everybody what brand his stick is.
Good infield move.
Yeah, Bicker rolls it forward. Oh, just out of reach there for Nathan Soma. And here comes Dylan Thomas. Thomas still going, beats them both.
Through. He's got numbers here. Can he get it
he's
past
done it
one
again.
more? Oh, then there's a bit of a mix-up between his teammate. They both wanted the ball, and I don't think either of them got it.
Yeah, I identified that skill that Mark Balkake has, just the one-time hit, the sweep hit that he possesses. Denham Clark cleans up there. When the ball's already on the move, he's so good at just that one-time sweep hit to change direction of the play, but got a little tangled up there with his with Dylan Thomas. They put their hands up and acknowledge they'll get it next time. Here's Hickson to Thomas.
Oh, and it's just a bit too easy for the Māoris to play through this full press. The Indians are applying some pressure, but when you can roll it onto Dylan Thomas's stick and he'll look after it, there needs to be more pressure placed on these receives.
Yeah, and look, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be anywhere near them out there, but if they want to go ahead in this game, this Indian side...
Yeah, they're going to have to start closing down the space. Don't let these guys get their eyes up, because once their eyes are up, it's already too late.
Yeah, and as we just saw in shot there, Hyta Taylor's not going to make any highlight reels with that. Trip over his own feet. I think the line maybe is raised over that side of the field. Here comes Atkinson. Atkinson under a bit of pressure. Certainly not full press. Liam Williams, that bump has got him there.
Yeah, it's that raised sideline over there.
It is, it must be.
Yeah. Adrian Smith dealt with it pretty well all week for the PI boys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's almost up to his knees, I think, that one. Here we go. Hyta Taylor in the middle of the field. Lovely little stutter step.
Oh,
yeah, Sargent knows he backed off pretty quickly.
Oh, and Hyta's broken through. He's got to pass over the left-hand side.
Yeah, Liam Williams drops it off.
Pass straight to the white shirt.
Yeah, drops it off for Ranik Patel. No, they're not teammates. Here we go. It's starting to stretch out here. There's some hands on hips and back play. Nathan Soma shields the ball well.
Yeah, just the meandering speed of the Indians getting forward is just not enough. I know it's hot out there and I know they're struggling, but they've got to get some speed going forward. And it's the job of the support guys, not necessarily the ball carrier, to get ahead of the play.
Speaking of ahead, juice. There's some juice on that one. It doesn't come off for them, but man, what a skill to be able to use to get out of pressure. There, Vance Harvey brings it under control.
Yeah, there's a rule when Denham Clark has the ball, and the rule is take 5 more steps back.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he can launch one pretty far into the stratosphere.
There we go. Nice ball too. Billy Muskimin. He's got a bit of space, bit of time. He goes back there to Clark. It's bounced on him, but he's got it under control now. Being made to play right back in their own end here, the Māori team. I like the intent from the Indian side, but oh, there it is. There's the turnover. Sachin Chiba. I thought he'd maybe found Jury Hirawini. But Chiba, nice pass. Milan Patel, he's up the field a little bit more. Milan. Yeah, just too much there. The Māori pressure. Here's Liam Williams. Williams trying to find something. Williams will take on Ranik Patel. I can tell you who's got the reach advantage. And he uses it well there too, Ranik Patel. And here is Chiba, Kieran Chiba. Out to Devon Hari. Hari into Narsai, Kishan Narsai. Rolls the ball out. Haven't seen a lot of Brett Menezes in the midfield for the Indian side today.
He seems to be playing on the outside predominantly today.
Quality player, but not a lot doing for him today. Oh, Sarge, stop it. Perhaps it's found his own foot there. Matsuki Bennett just takes a second, probably a good idea. Muskimin, looking long handle. Ops against it, Niswa. I'm glad he didn't
He was looking at that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a crossfield backhand on. He wisely chose not to because it was going to get cut off.
James Hickson yelling for it, and Billy was about to belt it on his reverse, but Sarge Patel was going to be the one to get it, and they get it over here eventually, the Māori side. Here's
now Hemi's got it.
James Hickson, still going. Hickson, one hand pass. And worked out in the end there by Milan Patel, Ranik Patel, Chiba.
Yeah, I reckon James Hickson grew up in the albatross colony because his wingspan is pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah.
when he can move the ball from 5 metres from his forehand to his backhand.
Look, I've heard he can scratch his shins without bending over. James Hickson, he's got a heck of a reach on him. And using it on full display there. The Indian side take a quick breath. Marky Mark up on full press. And Chiba goes under. Devity Bika, still working Bika on Thomas. It's a tough beat. He's going to win the free hit.
And they need to get these moving quickly. It's all just 2 clicks off the speed they need to be at. You've got to win a free hit and move it, win a turnover, shift the ball. When you do get someone carrying with their eyes up, they've got to have support runners moving forward. It's just all a little bit too easy for the Māoris to deal with. They're not asking enough questions, and they need to ask 2 really good ones to get themselves back in this game with just over 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and look, don't get me wrong, we're asking a lot out of this Indian side, but such is how strong this Māori team have been in defence. And Matariki Bennett now, he's going to take on Ishan Patel. Still going, Bennett. And he'll win the free hit too for his troubles. Liam Williams.
Great tackle. Oh, hard luck.
Still going, Williams. Dice, in it goes, and over the back line there. Nobody for him. Let's see the option here. The Māori side just sat out into a 3/4. They're going to put pressure on that one there. Devin Hari looking. And, yeah, it's going to fall for Liam Williams. He's got Nick Parata. Jury Hedawini here. Oh, and right in front of Amber Church. Kieran Cheva, you can't go that way. I know there's turf out there, but that's not the one we're playing on.
Yeah, there's not a lot of complaint there from Kieran Cheva. He kind of knows what's happened, and he's just going to have to wear that one, giving away a penalty corner. Yeah,
I mean, admittedly tough one. It's bouncing, and Jury Hedawini's right there, but
yeah, it just doesn't look good, does it? No. Yeah, there's not a lot of self-defence can be put into that one.
No, especially when he still probably had 5 or 6 yards of turf there. And look, for all the work he's had to do so far this week, and I can't blame him, Chiba.
Yeah. Oh, look at this bracket.
Oh, me, oh my. Gimme Mark. It's gone to Jimmy James.
Postman, get that?
I think it's off the bottom of the boot there of Dil Patel. Not a great question asked by James Hickson, unfortunately for the Māori side. Yeah, I thought we were going to be treated to Mark Balkaki upright hit.
Yeah. Oh, mate, beat the first runner. Beat the second runner.
Yeah, dribble it in. Dribble it in. And then hit it as hard as possible against the back of the goal. Here we are, Māori side, just controlling play here. That one's going to fall, luckily, to Williams. He's got Mitch Murray. Murray, smooth as ever. That one's going to jump up and over everyone. Long corner for the Māori side. And with just over 4 minutes remaining in this men's final, I mean, it's very close to 2 hands on it now for the Māori side.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if the Indians go to pulling the keeper, getting an extra attacker on the field. But they've got to win some possession first.
Yeah, look, it's going to take more than just a bit of magic to find 2 goals here for this Indian side. Potentially, if they build up, one's going to have to come very soon. And the card now for Nick Parata.
Oh, this will give them a chance.
Yep.
And I think that's it. Yeah, I think the keeper's gone as well.
Yep, so smart move there by Kitten Hari. Go the 2+. One on the card and an extra now with the goalkeeper. So it'll be 11 field players. Now Devin Hari is going to go and talk to Amber Church.
Yeah, there was some kind of issue with getting play restarted. And Amber Church definitely knows what she wanted to happen.
Yeah. And it's just allowed the Māori side to take a breath, get their players on and off, make sure they've got the right defensive shape now that they are down a player.
Yeah, well, this will be an interesting 3 minutes and a bit to go. They've got a 2 field player advantage here. They should be able to work their way up the field reasonably easily and see if they can get some good quality circle entries.
Yeah, well, just off screen in the circle, there's 3 of them at the moment, plus Brett Menezes is pushed up as well in the attacking left pocket for the Indian side.
Yeah, they're definitely going to chance their arm while the yellow shirts just figure out when they want this game to get restarted.
Yeah, I think take a quick breath here because we're in for 3 minutes of an absolute show.
Helter-skelter.
Yeah, the chairs are being retired in the commentary room for the next 3. We're up and at 'em now, and after a pretty long delay.
Are we just waiting for the card to run out? Is that what's happening here?
I'm unsure what quite is the issue at the moment. Kit and Hari, they're just having a couple things to say from the Indian dugout. James Hickson and Anton Paulin there just discussing their Easter plans, who got the most chocolate this morning, and after a bit of a delay, we got arms up in the air.
Yeah, well, let's play some hockey.
Yep, and we're away. Big transfer. The Indian side streaming numbers forward. Sarge Patel's one of them. He's going to have to beat Jury Hedawini. The entry.
Cleaned up by Fluffy, but
Yeah.
he doesn't get it over the sideline.
Mitch Murray really good. Steve Atkinson had to make that trap because there were a couple of players hunting on the back post.
Oh, so I think I've figured out what's happened here. The clock has actually stopped running, so they're probably going to be on hand time. Now it's started again. A little bit confusing, but hockey continues.
Yeah, so potentially our clock on the screens might be closer to
The correct time.
what is on hand.
It may also be not the case.
Yeah.
So basically listen for the whistles.
Yep.
Because that will be when time is decided.
Yeah, and this Māori side still down a player, of course, the card to Nick Parata. Indian side trying to push anything forward. Saji can't pull that one in. And look, it's about 2 minutes now.
And that's gone straight out. Missed the 40-20 attempt.
Yeah, Amber Church just saw the wind move the ball out while it was in the air. Sarge Patel, route 1.
Oh, and it's gone
gets
straight through
everyone.
everything.
Holes in the tennis racket. Oh no, that was a very near opportunity for the Indian side. Sarge Patel with the entry, and it beats everyone over the baseline. The Māori side now happy to just play to the other end of the field.
It's a good pick on the overhead and the dish in field.
Yeah, Kesha Nasai here. Nasai, Bika. Oh yeah, lovely bit of skill there by Bika. They're going to run onto it here. Nasai can turn around this Māori side. Anything can happen. We're still about a minute, just over a minute to play. Can they find the goal? It's fallen for Gosha.
Oh, he's had a dig.
Gosha just doesn't get it away.
Big swing, no ding.
Yeah, and that was probably it for the Indian side. They're going to have to run down into the corner and get it.
Yeah, Steve Atkinson putting some air under it, giving his defense some time to breathe. There will be at least 1 or 2 more attacks, though.
Yeah, they've probably got 2 rolls of the dice here. And unfortunately for the Indian men, they need a score on both of them. Ball transferred is Devon Hari.
Got some flow coming forward.
Yeah, I like this. Still going Devon Hari. James Hickson.
Cleaned up, and he's going
Hickson.
to gazelle his way down the left-hand side of the field.
Yeah. You got to understand just how quick Ishan Patel's had to move to keep up with him there. And they've done enough here. The Māori side, Mark Balkaki will step onto this one.
And he'll do what Mark Balkake does best,
Yep.
and tomahawk one down the middle of the field.
Yep, bash it to the other corner. That will bring things pretty close to a close. As mentioned, we are on umpire's time at the moment with the stoppage we just recently had. Saj Patel charges down leg for 4 runs there. Hemi Hickson. There can't be much left now as Sergeant Patel has another crack at it. Mark Balkake, make sure that's not the case. And there is the whistle and the applause from the crowd. It's our men's final in the books for Heritage Hockey 2023. The New Zealand Māori team 2-0 over New Zealand Indians. No goals scored in that second half, but plenty of action in it. Stu, deserved winners in the end. I think they pretty clearly had the run of that game. And the Indian side just unable to put anything together going forward.
Yeah, look, they got up early and they basically never looked back. The Indians did in the end throw everything in the kitchen sink at them. They just didn't quite have enough in the tank to rattle the scoreboard either. So well-deserved winners, and they were the 4 team and the form team of the tournament, and they've managed to defend their title, have the New Zealand Māoris.
Yeah, and I'll let you talk through some of these highlights. I'm going to go down on field and catch up with some of our captains.
So we're just going over some of the highlights of the game. Flick from Steve Atkinson, pretty straight, well dealt with in goal. That was the old speculator that is worth a dig every now and then, especially when you're aiming at Mark Kake. Some really good attacking skill here, good baseline entry. Just not quite getting a finishing touch on the end of it. And the Indians definitely applied their pressure, particularly in the fourth quarter. They got themselves in some attacking positions, got some circle entries, but every time the Māori defence just managed to be up to the task, cleaning things up. Good save on the deflection there, and they're just able to scramble and get things away. Cool, that's it from me in the commentary box. I'm signing out. We'll head down to Brad on the turf. It looks like he's got Steve Atkinson. See how he found the game.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the field with our 2 men's captains from today's final. It's Steve Atkinson from the Māori side and Shea Aswar from the New Zealand Indian side. Massive game from the both of your sides today. Fitting of a final. Obviously the Māori team going back to back, and Shea, you guys continue to get better and better from the first performance. You know, not quite there in the end, not the result you guys will have wanted, but it built well over the weekend and you'll be proud of the boys.
Yeah, it definitely did. If you looked at our first game and this game, there's a huge difference, and it kind of shows the potential of this group. We've got some young boys that have a lot of fire in them, and I was quite proud of them today. I picked up an injury in the first quarter, but the boys actually did me proud, so it was good to see, but still great game from the Māoris.
Yeah, and Steve, your boys got up right from the start. It was a pretty staunch haka to start the game, and Tutirangi Rahuruhi turned around and turned that straight into scoreboard dominance. So big start from you guys. Was it a ploy to come out firing and really get them on the back foot early?
It's always hard to come out slow after having a haka like that, so it's pretty impressive, especially being led by Toots. He's always a force on the field and in kapa haka, so it's pretty good, enjoying that. And then, yeah, actually quite lucky to get up early. Lots of pressure going on the boys, and we're lucky to get a result early into the first quarter, which helped us go forward.
Yeah, so always chasing were your side, Shay, and look, not without a massive effort from a huge number of your players. I mean, you were running, and I could see on an injury, Sarge doing his best as he does, but Kieran Chiba is the one that stands out for me. How much work he does at the back. Him and Mills work really well together. But what is it like having the rock that is Kieran Chiba at the back for you guys?
It's actually really good. I know him quite well. I played a lot of club hockey with him, and yeah, you never actually know how close to you he is when as a striker who's been being marked by him. And he's incredibly solid. We're very lucky to have him. He's stepped up into the role incredibly well this year after losing Nitish. But look, we've got just next best thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And last one for you, Steve. Rock at the back as well. Denham Clark. The big gun at the back. No, the both of you played really well, and look, I expect that from you too, but I was really impressed by some of the younger guys. Matariki Bennett I thought was really good. Vance Harvey is always fantastic. It's a bit of a leadership job now for you in this team, and I know you're probably shy away from me saying that, but how is it leading these boys each game? Yeah,
it's a big honour, especially enjoying seeing those boys come off the bench. Been playing with Vance for a while now, and Matariki through the Hamilton comp, playing for Aces, and are always good coming off the bench. They're guys you can trust going forward, so big games from them. And I guess, yeah, I've started to be considered a veteran, being here 3 years in a row. I don't know if I'm enjoying it just yet, being one of the older guys and getting the captaincy band, but it's a huge honour, and I'm just happy to good group of guys to go forwards and build Māori hockey with.
Yeah, and obviously tournament congratulations to your team, Steve, and a massive tournament also from the New Zealand Indian guys that I'm sure you'll be proud of. I know they're waiting for you for a photo over there, Shay, so thank you so much, brother. Thank you for your time. Big tournament. And Steve, congratulations. We'll see you for another one next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Good looking. I'll let you go and celebrate with your boys and cheer on the girls there for the next one. We'll see you again.
Cheers, Brad.
That's our men's final in the books. It's the New Zealand Māori men going back to back in their big win over the New Zealand Indians. It was 2 first half goals to Tutirangi Rahuruhi and Juri Hedawini that have wrapped the final up. Coming up very shortly at 2 p.m. is the women's final between the New Zealand Māori Wahine and New Zealand Pacifica. Make sure you join us for that one coming up soon.